It's a lot of hay right there. So we got this barn full of the 21 pack bundles. To give a little perspective, I guess, on how much hay that is. These are 180 foot long barn, and it's full to the top of those packs, which is good. We'll sell them all in the winter time. I'm not worried about it. So that one's full. Our next barn, which is the exact same length, as you can see right back there, that one is about 3/4 full of coastal square bales. This one's about 50% full of Tifton. So they're all coming along pretty good. I was worried there at the beginning of the season because the rain was kind of affecting everything. But we seem to be packing the barns full now, so that's good. Hudson this morning informed me, he put in a request that he wanted to go fishing today. So I went and looked at our little pond, lake, whatever you want to call it, and it's really overgrown. So I guess priority number one today is going to be getting that cleaned up. So I want to go hook up to the mower on our tractor, go mow that a little bit, get it cleaned up, make it nice and neat, and we got some other stuff to take care of. So let's run over there really quick and I'll show you. So this field here is right next to the road, and when we irrigate this field, what happens is this is the low spot, as you can see. It's really yucky down here. This is the very bottom point of the field, and it all tends to drain into the bar ditch of the road, and we get in trouble. So what we're gonna do to have that not happen anymore is we're gonna dig a little ditch across that road right there, lay those in there, cover them up, and instead of it running onto the bar ditch of the road, it'll run off into a little bit of this field, and there's a creek right there behind me, and it'll run into there, and we won't get in trouble anymore. So always coming up with solutions to not get in trouble, I guess. We were getting so much rain, now we're not getting anything at all, so we're heavy in irrigation right now. You can kind of, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but we had it sprayed for fertilizer yesterday, I believe. I don't know if y'all can see that. You might see the little streaks of it. So we had this field sprayed. We had actually five fields sprayed with fertilizer, so we need to get water on those all ASAP, and that'll really expedite the growth of them, make them come out greener, much nicer, and we can get to cutting them very soon. We are round belling though today at one field. We probably won't do that today. We'll let the other guys take care of it. We've got a lot of little stuff around here to take care of. Oh, and also we invented something, kind of. We'll go take a look at that too. Well, I was gonna mow, but looks like I got beat to it. So Carlos is gonna get on the mower, that's fine. I could do that stuff later. Kevin, as you saw, is spraying some fields that have a lot of Johnson grass. So we're getting rid of that. But we have this thing here that I'm gonna show you. This is for the fields where the Johnson grass is kind of spotty, and it's not like they had a big spot. So what we have here is, it's not new. We've actually had this for a very long time, but we've never used it. It used to go on the back of the tractor, and I'll show you in a second why we don't have it on the back anymore. And it actually connects to the front of the tractor right here. So we built all this and these tires and this setup. So the way this works is we put some sort of killer in here, whatever you want to treat. For us, it's something we use to kill Johnson grass. And instead of spraying the whole field, because no farmer likes to just spray the field, these right here will spin as these bike tire looking things rotate. It has a chain, and it causes this to spin, and this creates kind of like a foam. Yeah, we'll go in the field in a second, and I'll show you why this works very well. But it creates a foam on this, and with the attached to the front end, you can raise it or lower it depending on how high your Johnson grass is compared to your coastal hay or your Tifton hay or whatever you're trying to save. So it just creates a foam. You wipe the Johnson grass, and it dies away, and your hay stays good. So far we've used it once. I have not looked at the results. We haven't gone out and looked at the Johnson grass. So instead of mowing, I guess we'll go do that right quick. Need to look at getting into one of those wing mowers too. This little shredder or mower it's really old school. And we don't use it too much, but we do. I kind of wish we had one of those wing ones, because those are so much nicer. And I would have to fight over the mower too. So here's a spot of Johnson grass that we just did recently. So it hasn't killed off yet. Hoping it's gonna kill off enough, or if not, we'll have to reconfigure it, see what way works better. Maybe have it foam more, or we'll figure it out. Trial and error. But as you can see, it's much taller than your typical coastal hay, and it grows quicker also in height. So this is probably the best time to come through. We probably did it a little too early, and it wasn't fully tall enough where you get a good swipe on it, where you don't got to worry about swiping your coastal hay. So this is probably the best time to do it. So next time we know, I think probably, I don't know, a few weeks, maybe 3 weeks after cutting is the best time to do it. We'll see. I think it's gonna work. And the reason we put it on the front of the tractor is if you have spots that are a little bigger than this, so let's just say that it comes out to right here also instead. So with it on the back of the tractor, what we were seeing a lot of is you would drive over the Johnson grass to swipe it, and then in doing so, your back tires would smush the Johnson grass so far down that you don't even swipe it. So in the front of the tractor, it's easier to control with the joystick. I just think it's gonna work better. So I think it's gonna work. What do you guys think? It seems like that's gonna kill off. Hopefully, I don't know. So here's another one you got. As you can see, this one got a much better swipe on it. You can already see that it's killing over very well. That should kill that fully, and so that's great. That works perfect on that one. Not so good on the other one. This one looks fabulous. And there's a few more, as you can see over there. You might not be able to see them. Right over there, there's 3 of them. And they look exactly the same as this one. Can't be mad that he beat me to the mower. I was literally driving back from doing that, went to go hop on it, and he was already getting it, so he knew what to do. He was already taking care of everything, so oh well, what can you do? So we're in the field that Kevin was spraying. I'm going to show you why sometimes we have to use the spray tractor. So he was here with the spray tractor. As you can see, no amount of wiping with that rig is going to help this field. This is not our field, by the way. Someone just asked us, we're just taking care of it for them. This is not ours. We don't let this much Johnson grass get into our field. I mean, look at that. Look at that behind me. The big stuff isn't what you want, by the way. It's this stuff. That stuff's not good. You want this, not that. So we sprayed this field, pretty much sprayed the whole thing basically. Even down there, it looks worse than it does right here. It's just what happens when you don't take care of a field. It's weird, you think you just water it and fertilize it and you're good. No, you gotta take care of it. You gotta make sure the Johnson grass aren't in it. You gotta check them for worms. Worms will destroy your fields. Especially when you get like heavy rains like we've gotten in the summertime like this, that generates worms somehow. And I think we've sprayed for worms more this year than I can remember, honestly. I feel like we're always spraying for worms and they're in our fields and they will eat them up. It's weird, but maybe if I drive through it, you'll kind of see. Also, let's see. I don't think this is heavy enough to squash it down. Ah! Oh, it is actually. Okay, perfect. So here's why we put it on the front of the tractor. This is where I drove through just with the golf cart. So the golf cart tires did enough to squash it down like that. So you come through with the wiper behind the tractor and it doesn't hit it. So that's why on the front of the tractor it works better. Sometimes I got good ideas. Not always, like walking back through this. Not one of my best ideas. Our fields aren't this rough either driving across. Holy moly. My poor golf cart. I think the roof's gonna fall off on me. We also got the hay grazer field baled up. It might be one of the worst jobs that we do is having to pick these up, because it was planted in rows, because it has to for irrigation purposes. It makes it extremely not fun driving across all the bumps, bouncing in the tractor just like that to try and stab that bale. And there's like 300 bales out here. It might be the worst. It is not fun. Looks like someone tried to make the world record for the tallest round bale. So here's where it should have been wrapped. You can kind of see it right there. Can you see that? You can kind of see where it started to wrap. And then as it was beeping to the person driving, I don't know who's driving, I really don't know. It was not me, I don't know. As it was going, beep, please stop, they kept driving. And this just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And now it's like 6.5 foot tall. Every year it's the same feeling. Your round bales start to stack up and they go, holy moly, how am I gonna sell all these? And then someone comes and they want 50 round bales. So here we are. All right, maybe it's a good thing I didn't get on the shredder. I can't be blamed for a flat. Carlos is on the way. We're gonna take this thing off and see if we can get it repaired. All right, got the tire off. We'll take it to the local tire shop to get it hopefully repaired. If not, we'll have to purchase a new one. And something else I just noticed. Did y'all see this before I did? What happened to our step? I didn't think to ask him about it because I didn't see it until now. It looks like he drove into a hole of some sort because that's new. Let's do a little investigating, see where he was shredding. He must have driven it into a hole or something. That's kind of the only thing I can think of. Let's see what we can find. And so the smart thing would be to walk this and see what happened, but instead I'll drive the golf cart and see if we can make the golf cart look like the tractor, I guess. I should have wore pants today because then I would walk through this tall grass. But I kind of don't feel like getting bit by rattlesnakes, so I'm going to drive it instead. So this is an area back here we typically never really go into. That's why it's tall like this. Needs to be mowed down. He had just driven into a super deep hole. It's the only thing I could think of. Let's see what we can find. There's nothing here. Unless that happened somewhere else. All right, I guess leave your guesses in the comments below. What happened to the tractor? We'll have to figure it out. See if one of y'all get it right. Well, I thank you guys for watching. I know we didn't do nothing super significant today, but not every day of farming is like super important. We're billing thousands of bills. Some days it's just days like this where you just do little stuff, mow, blow out a tire, you know, mess around, check things over, make sure everything's looking good. So not every day is gonna be super go, go, go. So I know I've said this before, but we do have corn and silage coming up. I've already done some recording of those, but I wanna get a good footage of it all. I'm gonna be in a silage harvester on Monday. So I'll be riding around with him, asking him tons of questions because I really don't know much about silage. I know it's cool. It's really all I know about it though. So also, I guess this video will be out before I ride with him. So if you have any questions you want me to ask the silage guys, let me know down below in the comments. I gotta ask those. I'm gonna write like a notebook of questions I have for them, stuff, just really anything and everything. It's what they do for a living. They travel around harvesting other people's crops for them with silage. So that's all they do. So they know everything about it. I'm interested to see it. I don't know anything about what they have. I don't know if it's a John Deere. I don't know anything. We're going in fresh. Don't know nothing. So if you have any questions, do you want me to ask them or anything like that, leave them in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. And give that video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And until next time, bye.